If you're over 35 years old, training harder than ever before, and your fat loss is stalled, especially around your midsection, it's probably not discipline that's the problem. It's strategy. After 35, fat loss doesn't stop working, but the rules do change. And if you're still using a 25-year-old strategy, you're going to keep getting 38-year-old frustration, or 57 in my case. So, in the next few minutes, I'll show you a few things. I'll show you the three biologic shifts that affect fat loss after 35, why recovery becomes the bottleneck, and how to calibrate your strategy so that progress moves again. Because this isn't about a slower metabolism myth, it's about shrinking margins. So, we'll talk about shift number one, recovery becomes the bottleneck. After 35 years old, recovery capacity narrows. And not because you're old, please don't call me old, but because stress tolerance, sleep resilience, and hormonal recovery take longer to return to baseline. So, short sleep elevates cortisol more than it did at age 25. Aggressive dieting increases fatigue faster. Muscle repair slows slightly. And when recovery lags, fat loss plateaus follow. So, not dramatic enough to panic you, but consistent enough to erase progress. So, here's a quick check for you. Are you sleeping 5 to 6 hours, training intensely, and running on caffeine? At 25, you could compensate. At 38, compensation costs more. And if this sounds familiar, don't increase intensity yet. All right, shift number two, your margin for error shrinks. So here's the model. I call it the shrinking margin effect. At 25, inconsistency was noise. After 35, inconsistency becomes a signal. You move slightly less without noticing. Recovery takes slightly longer. Life stress compounds faster. So small things, they matter more. 2 late nights, skipped walks, extra weekend calories. At 25, you had slack. After 35, that slack unfortunately disappears. And this doesn't mean your metabolism is broken. It means precision matters more. And most disciplined people misread this shift. So when progress slows, most people respond with intensity. They do more cardio, they add more restriction, they do longer fasting and harder training. But after 35, stacking intensity on top of itself and on top of all the life stresses is one of the fastest ways to create a weight loss plateau. Because fat loss is not just about effort. You can't just outwork this fat loss plateau. It's about total load. So you have to look at work stress, family stress, sleep debt, diet stress, training stress. Most people track calories. Almost no one tracks total load. And when total load exceeds your recovery capacity, the body resists change. And not because it's broken, because it's protective. And after 35, intensity without structure becomes self-sabotage. So shift number three, life load is higher. So let's all be realistic. After 35, responsibility begins to increase for most people. You get career pressures and family demands. You get less flexible time. And fat loss doesn't happen outside of life. It happens inside of it. So brute force collapses during heavy seasons. Strategy survives. After 35, strategy beats willpower. And I've tried to willpower my way through a lot of stuff, and you really need to have the right strategy. And on top of that, structure beats motivation. So let's talk about what actually works. If fat loss feels harder after 35 years of age, here's the recalibration. So step one, make sure you stabilize your sleep. You need a minimum of 7 hours. And you need the same sleep window nightly. So go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time. And there is no negotiation in this one. If you fix nothing else, fix this first. So step 2, cap capacity. You want to train 3 to 4 times per week. Don't overdo. You do too much, you won't recover. So train 3 to 4 times per week. Walk daily. Walking is critical to maintaining fat burn. And avoid stacking HIIT with sleep debt. So, of course, HIIT is high intensity interval training. Step 3, remove daily decision fatigue. So repeat meals, have consistent training times, and reduce start over Monday cycles. So you want to do the same thing week after week after week and remove those daily decision fatigues. Step 4, you want to moderate your deficit. So avoid aggressive cuts. Small, sustainable calorie gaps outperform extreme restriction after the age of 35. Because fat loss after 35 responds more to stability, not chaos. All right, so here is the recap. Here's the truth. Recovery is slower. Margin for error is smaller. Life load is heavier. That's not decline, it's recalibration. If you keep a 25-year-old playbook, you keep repeating 38-year-old frustration. But when you match strategy to physiology, now progress returns. So, which one are you right now? Are you number 1, working harder than ever? Number 2, consistent but not progressing? Number 3, restarting every Monday. So make sure to comment the number because each one requires a different recalibration. And in the next video, why you regain weight after losing it, we're entering phase 2. Most people understand how to lose weight. Almost no one prepares for maintenance. If you don't understand phase 2, you'll keep losing the same 15 pounds for the next decade. So understand the shift and then adapt to the system. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.